Good morning. Starting day 64 on the Appalachian Trail, Tuesday, May 19th. I'm at mile 788. Big day today. White blaze on the trail. Northbound on the AT. That's the railroad bridge, not the cool bridge. So yeah, big day. I just went over 788 miles. Why is that important? Because on the PCT, I did 788 miles and stopped. So as of now, this is the longest hike I've ever done. So I'm back to my Warrior Expedition uniform. Many thanks to Archie for getting my clothes treated with Promethean from Insect Shield. Feeling good. Yesterday I was pretty beat after those 20 miles, so only doing 11 today, and I'm going super slow. Looking forward to meeting some of my classmates from that school in Las Vegas. Mile 789. Yep, exceeded my total mileage count, trail miles, that I did on the PCT in 23. Too much snow. I'm gonna take it super easy today. Super easy. So, got some hills, power down. Let's go. 10 o'clock, 1.8. And that shelter, or the trail to the shelter, took Troop 710 of Goochland, Virginia, on a section hike point to point. And Thanksgiving weekend 2013 went Sobo, and that was our second stop along the trail, and exited out at the pedestrian bridge. So I've been on this trail once before, going the other direction, and I remember it was a lot of downhill, so that means I got a lot uphill. Mile 790, and I am going super slow. It's warm, and my body is definitely feeling the 17 and a half, 18 and a half, and 20 mile days over the past 3 days. So it's only going to be 11 today, and then take it easy. You know, gotta know your limitations. I think I defined it over these last 3 days. Hello, Mr. Snakey. That's a big one. Mile 791. Coming up on a awesome view. Wow. We did that. Let's see, there's the James River. Whew. Yeah, and there's Glasgow. Nice. Mile 792. This looks like a good place to sit down and take a break. Took about a 25-minute break, boots off, socks and shoes air dried, hats off. Drank a bunch of water, got a bar. Feeling pretty good, but I am taking it slow. And then just point out, over there is Apple Orchard Mountain and the golf ball. Let's get back on the trail. It is continuing to get warm. I think a high of 91 today, but yeah, it was the last 2 days. This heat came out of nowhere, and everybody, not just people at level 57 like me, but the young folks, they were suffering too. So got to be careful, got to slow down and take breaks and enjoy the trip. Mile 793. So I'm gonna drop down a little bit. It's a couple miles where it's relatively level, go up and then back down. So hot one today, and don't need to take any chances. I mean, I went super slow, probably about 35 minutes per mile going up that grade. So good to be back in uniform, if you will. Got the Warrior Expedition logo on my sleeve there, and you know, I mentioned that I sent my clothes to my friend Archie, and he had them treated with Promethean, so I had to buy some temporary clothes, and I bought them at the Walmart in the bustling city of Marion, Virginia. So yeah, I'm back in uniform, but I got a little uniform story. You know where I'm going with this. Gotta have some sort of story. Well, I was working for VDOT, you know, many years. And in the early 2000s, we were moving towards an alternative approach to project delivery using acquisition method called design build. And that's where you just have one contract instead of two, where you contract with a designer to design it, and then you go out to low bid, so to a contractor. Well, the designers, they're all engineers and sometimes dress really nice and got the Gucci shoes. And the contractors are out there building stuff. They got muddy boots, jeans, you know, maybe a little rough around the edges. And so kind of a different look. Well, as you move towards the design build acquisition strategy, the general contractor typically becomes the prime contractor. And then the designer is working for the general contractor. And so the people you're dealing with now is the general contractor on the acquisition strategy. And I was at this design build workshop talking about materials testing. And everybody there was in a suit and a coat and tie. And I wasn't. I was in a button-down shirt, boots, and jeans. And I was a speaker. And I remember this one guy, Jeff, he went to the same school I went to, but 5 years earlier. He said, "You're out of uniform." And then somebody else said, I was out of uniform. Another graduate of that school in Lexington. And, well, when I got up there to open up my discussion on testing for materials, I start off by saying that many people suggested that I was out of uniform. Well, in design build, those contractors are going to want to work with people that kind of look and feel kind of like them. So if you walk into their office and you're wearing your Gucci shoes and nice looking tie and all this other stuff, they may not be too comfortable. So my response to you is, perhaps you're out of uniform. Again, another comment that didn't resonate too well with the chief engineer. Mile 794. I had to stop. Getting closer. That is House Mountain. Now, the AT doesn't get near it, but I'm getting closer. Been up there 4 times. Mile 795, and I certainly appreciate this level treadway, although in about a mile I got a few hundred feet up. Going through Salt Log Gap, and this is where I start to go up. I've got about 830 feet of up to go. Nice. Mile 796. Made it to the summit of Bluff Mountain, the high point for today. Got about 2 miles to the stopping point. Mile 797. All right, I hear them. There's the lovely Miss Sarah.
We found it. We picked up somebody.
Oh my gosh. It's a gaggle.
On you, David.
Oh, we got 3 engineers. Oh, damn.
And somebody to keep them all in line.
We brought along a real trail buster.
We got a dam engineer. We got a sanitary engineer, and we got us a flying engineer.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get to the top. Yeah, we're not turning around here. Okay, I turned around and we're going Sobo. So we got the lovely Miss Sarah, who's a veteran of House Mountain.
It's,
Okay, there's the lovely Miss Sarah looking at birds.
She went to go to the bathroom.
Thanks,
Did
Dave.
you guys notice that we walked through that tree with all those beautiful blossoms when we first joined the dozer?
Those are rhododendrons. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we're just walking back down. Great to connect. And Sarah asked me what I like to drink. And I said, well, I got this thing for beet juice. And she's like, I got you beet juice. She pays attention. Well done, Miss Sarah.
We're at mile marker 798. A little bit uphill right now, but has been cruisy.
Engineers lead the way.
Awesome.
We're at 799. We have the slackers behind us.
No, we're just... Sarah, you're relentless. Yeah.
I'm not relentless. It was fun. I'm tired. We're going to go have some ice cream. And Dave's going to hang out with us tonight. It should be fun.
It will be fun. Giddy up.
I gotta see this setup on
Look at the Punch Bowl Mountain overlook. I was here a couple years, well, 12 years ago. Let's get some ice cream.
We're getting older.
Look what the lovely Miss Sarah got. Beet juice. Giddy up. She's digging the sit pad too.
I am.
Look what we got here. Some awesome trail magic. Ice cream sandwiches. John had it in a cooler powered by his Jackery.
And
Here's engineer John's hand washing
of course,
station.
none of us washed our hands.
Sarah, look what else she's got. Chili cheese corn chips for the win.
And?
Slim Jim. I hiked with Slim Jim. So another meal. I'm at the Ruritan in Rockbridge County outside of Lexington. And another feast. I gained those 4 pounds back yesterday after the Episcopal feast. Let's keep it that way. Finishing up day 64 on the Appalachian Trail. Great day. Just did 11 miles. It was warm, slow pace, but what was great was connecting with Paul, John, and Sarah, and now I'm staying at the home of John and the lovely Miss Sarah's house outside of Rockbridge, Virginia. And great eating dinner with them at the Ruritan Club. Still trying to pack on the weight. So kind of yo-yo right now. I got up to 200 this morning. Let's see how I'm doing. But another great day on the trail. Mile Marker signing out.